showtime. As we like to say. I'm not sure who it is. We will load our game. Trippin' 3. I remember where the hell I was, what I was doing. Story, emulator requires a lot of power. Heat is rising. Problem with the power supply caused by an accident reactor level. Test. I think I'm supposed to head to Magellan first. Even though they're listed in a different order, she told me to head to Magellan first, so off we go. Control room. Henrietta. Sebastian Golden. Out to Junktown. Hey guys. I hope your Thursday was acceptable. Thursday evening will be acceptable too.
Beloved people of the Dome, brothers and sisters.
Here, gates to the city. Let's exit to the dome. Gates to the city, my friend.
Pause and listen and think. What brought you here to this desert? Was it?
What brought me to the desert? A horrible disaster.
What do you want?
Woman in black wing uniform standing by the boom barrier gestures for you to stop. Caitlin Tansler, City Security Service, show me your Selectron. Free entrance to the city is closed until further notice from Secretary Nakamura. Mind you, if you suddenly decide to shoot me so you can get in the city, the gate is controlled from the other side. Others have tried, yeah. Nod and give her my electric key, ask why the quarantine was introduced, ask who Nakamura is. I know who Nakamura is. She's the one in charge of the guy who sent me to Nashville. I'll nod and show her my Selectron. You're not in our database, and according to the rules regarding access, article number... For a long time, she lists articles, sub-items, appendices, footnotes, and occasionally pausing for a breath of air. And as such, entrance to the city is permitted only for registered citizens and embassy employees. You don't fall into any of those categories. No questions? Leave the area. I'll examine her more closely. Oh, goody. This is like the 6th call today? My iPhone 11 Pro has not, the sale has not been approved, and I have to give them my credit card number so that they can, get me my new Amazon ordered iPhone 11. I would like to have those people given a significant, public, painful punishment. Both Caitlin and her uniform have seen better days. An abundance of chevrons, badges, and braid is intended to draw attention with worn patches, frayed cuffs, and discoloration. Nevertheless, the black's eyes are filled with determination. Why was the quarantine instituted? Ask the scientists. I think it's because Maelstrom gives people visions and drives them mad, sometimes irreversibly mad. Nobody knows whether it's contagious or not, so they introduced the quarantine. She jerks her thumb over her shoulder at the gate. For some reason, the city is considered the safest place. When Maelstrom became active, we were flooded with refugees. The city and Magellan. Ask when the quarantine will be lifted. She rolls her eyes. Obviously, she gets this question all the time. They don't report these things to me. The quarantine was introduced when Maelstrom began to spread. As soon as the Maelstrom problem is solved, Nakamura will cancel the passage.
Goodbye.
Fine. Fine, be that way. See if I care. See if I care. I care, actually. Alright, we'll head out and then over to Magellan.
Are you still considering my request?
No.
Hell, I envy you, Silver.
He envies me? Why does he envy me? I mean, I could ask. Magellan. All right, who is it I'm looking for in Magellan again? Reactor station. Dustin. Giampiero. Magellan station door. Okay, well, we'll just... see if we can't go straight into Magellan. Well, nobody's watching. No harm in checking to see if I can get anything useful. More duct tape. We're holding my ducts together. Rifle bullet. I won't be using any rifles. Control panel. Vega drinks.
Hey! Somebody! Help! I'm stuck in here! Greetings.
A pale, baby-faced technician. He doesn't look baby-faced in the picture. Oh, good. Another call. No doubt from the same frauds again. Oh, my God. Listen, would you please do me a favor and give the lift control panel a poke? Otherwise, the damn thing won't go down. Yep, my Apple iPhone 11 Pro order is on hold.
And I was starting to get bored.
The technician clasped your hand for a sweaty, overlong shake. Wow, thanks. I'd have been stranded here if it wasn't for you. Seems like everybody needs something all the time, but when you need something, there's no one around. I have a spare battery on me. Decommissioned, but it still works. Take it, please.
It was nice chatting.
Was it really? Nice chatting with me? I'm somewhat dubious. Magellan Station door. Control panel. Muffled click of buttons. I appear to be evacuation. Oh, apparently we got stuck. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Okay, well, we'll try the ventilation hatch. Nice elevators you guys have got. Oh, it's the elevator room. Elevator console. Derek Exler. Gas tank. Let's see what else we got in here. I saw something flicker over there. I guess not.
Well,
The stranger bounces back and turns his flashlight on you. Herman, what the... Hey, who the hell are you? Politely ask if he can repair the elevator. Blue looks at you for a long time. Okay, get on the elevator and I'll send you on your way. Technician thinks for a couple seconds. I'm going to switch the electricity on now. The elevator will move as soon as you reach the... pile of cases behind him collapses with a crash. One of the containers falls open and a small glowing object bounces out onto the floor. Blue stares helplessly at the thing, then back at you. I didn't take them! It was Herman! Yeah! Herman's the thief! Oh, fuck it! He pulls a monkey wrench from his belt and deliberately steps towards you. Kill him. You've always dreamed of meeting a real badass smuggler. Taken aback by your compliment, he puts the wrench aside. I'm not that cool. Just doing my job. That's all. Honestly, though, it's nice to know someone appreciates me. Points to the far wall. The elevator panel's over there. Flip the switch and the elevator will work. Don't just stand there.
Goodbye.
Okay. He's a little bit crazy. Badoop. Things seem to be working again. That's probably better. Big pipe wrench and a little monkey wrench. And fiber optic cable. I'll take that. What do you have in front of me? A relic case. Alright, Derek, I'm going to cut you some slack. I'm not going to murder you in cold blood. But I might check the medkit. Excellent. Medkit. Agilone capsules. Good. Back into the elevator. It's now working. Visitors of Magellan Station find a hospital welcome in a large, voluminous hall. Everything within has been designed to make our recruits comfortable while waiting for registration. Polite and affable personnel, cozy chairs, and couches. A vending machine. Please note the vending machine only accepts combons, the internal currency of the dome. And of course, some colorful and engaging informational material about our organization and life under the dome.
Floor level -1. Lobby.
My story updated. I'm at Magellan Station. A place you should have gotten to before the incident. Yeah, that wasn't my fault, okay? Alright, where?
Attention. Please
Reception.
handle relics carefully.
Indra Kapoor.
In case of
Main
damage,
elevator.
your life will be forfeit.
Door. Courtney Resner. Elevator for oranges. That's the worker class. Oranges are like grunt labor and prisoners and stuff. I'm a silver. I'm an administrator. Wait, is oh, I have to talk to Elizabeth McLean.
Hello.
She's in silver, sitting in front of you. Her badge reads Elizabeth McLean, Administrator. She smiles in a friendly manner as you approach. Hello, welcome to Magellan Station, the last stronghold of civilization under the dome. Would you like to register? Ask her why the turnstiles work. I'm afraid only registered citizens are allowed to enter Magellan Station. According to the rules, only people with a selectron are subject to registration. Tell her I'd like to register. Great, let's begin your journey on a fully fledged human being, citizen. Sorry, that's an outdated form. This one's for oranges. There, found it. In accordance with Decree 332-29, a brief history lecture is required for the registration. The first expeditions under the dome began in the summer of 1971. I was 10. Those who participated, ... I will listen carefully. Lecture isn't all that bad. It summarizes the main points and events from a large period of time, but it is nevertheless extremely informative. You'll learn not only about the first settlements under the dome, but also receive some practical information. For example, the fact that stamps and signatures can be received from heads of departments, and that dangerous relics should be delivered to White Wing after filling in form number 1.7.9. When she's finished, Elizabeth smilingly hands you a piece of paper. The briefing is complete. I hope you memorized everything. Please take this registration form to the second.
Bye-bye.
Hi there.
Young man in silver uniform is sitting in front of you. He's busily writing something, but perks up as soon as he sees you. He drops his pen and, instead of picking it up, adjusts his badge. It reads, Edward McKinsey, trainee. Hello. You're here for registration, aren't you? Let me welcome you. No, wait, we're not at that point. He squints at your paper describing various scenarios in their text. Registration form. Pass me your registration form. Edward carefully reviews your form, mumbling under his breath while you patiently wait. Well. So, initial registration briefing. Oh, That's it. You should already receive the briefing at the first window. Now you have to do a difficult, easy test consisting of 3 questions. Are you ready? Edward clears his throat and attempts to put on a businesslike face. His shaking hands and squeaky voice totally spoil the impression, however. Yes, so here's the question number 1. Which year did the first settlers begin their work on the dome? That's a check mark. Yes, you corrected that correctly. The next question. What form do you need if you find an unregistered relic? Form 1.7.9. That's across the paper. I'm afraid that's wrong. Oh, hell, sorry, you gave the correct answer. Yeah, I know I did. But I was about to go off. The young man hastily scratches out his X and writes a checkmark instead. So, next question. Who should you go to for stamps and signatures after receiving Form 9.4.1? The head of the department. Silver puts down another checkmark, then exhales in relief. Yes, you answered correctly. The test is finished. You may go. I have to give you the second briefing. He adjusts his collar in a businesslike manner. I don't get a respect. Glances at his list of prompts a couple more times and starts the briefing, struggling to keep his voice steady. So, yes, hello, future citizen. Let me begin by briefing you with... Oh, the hell do I begin? Barely controlling his anxiety, he finally proceeds to the briefing, which is riddled with opaque phrases. It's utter bureaucratic rubbish. Edward keeps blushing, tripping over his words, and blushing even harder. Blush harder? Please note that in the case of contact with any enemy, it is recommended to follow General Military Instruction, 7th edition. The only exception is impact with FOPs. Contact that with them must be avoided at all costs. Finish with the briefing text. The trainee sighs heavily and sits back in his chair. Whew, that's the end of my briefing. Please go to the first window. Oh dear. Oh dear, yes, I almost forgot. Give me your registration form, please. I have to sign it. And he falls back in his chair.
Come back again.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello again.
She looks up as I approach, a smile immediately filling her face. Welcome again to Magellan Station. Are you here to register? Registration form. Takes your registration form, scans it, adds several check marks. Satisfied? Marvelous. After one more test, you'll be all registered, shall we? She puts her business face on again. Question number 1. What ensures our civilization at Magellan? What guarantees the steady operation of all parts of this complicated, yet reliable mechanism? Answer that civilization is protected by the most advanced weapon under the dome. Answer is bureaucracy, or technology in the relics of forefathers. Obviously, it's bureaucracy. I'm a silver like them. I'm a bureaucrat. She puts a check mark. Great. Ready for the next question? As a future citizen of Magellan, what will you do about various dangerous elements such as the infamous FOPS gangs? Reply that you're going to establish diplomatic relations with them. Answer that you'll destroy each and every one of them. Reply that you'll avoid them at all costs. She adds another check mark. Quite right. And here's the final question. How do you evaluate the work of Elizabeth McLean and her trainee Edward McKinsey? Awful. A pit is waiting in hell for the damned bureaucrats who've stolen your time. Excellent. 10 out of 10. They're the best administrators in the world. You wish there were more like them. Moderate. The trainee stuttered a lot, but you appreciate his effort. I'm going to go excellent. Excellent. Another correct answer. And the test is done. Administrator McLean solemnly shakes your hand. Congratulations. From now on, you're a full-fledged citizen. You may enter and exit Magellan base freely and bring guests if you wish. Remember our rules, and I guarantee your stay will be as pleasant and comfortable as you could hope. Welcome aboard. Having finished her passionate speech, Elizabeth casually produces some papers and begins to fill them in as if you were there.
Bye-bye.
Hey, you left out that she says bye-bye. They let me in. I'm a citizen, guys. I'm a citizen. All right.
Remember,
So,
our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
well, I am here, theoretically at least, to get to the reactor section and find out the reason for the power outages. There's the elevator. Please select a level. Sound in the speaker crackles slightly, like an old record. Move away from the elevator to warehouse and parking lot, military post, laboratory, residential, reactor section.
Relics carefully.
down to the reactor.
Floor level, -7. Reactor room.
A short, gray-eyed orange is spinning some valves into the red zone. Neither the crackle of the Keras dosimeter nor the warning signs all around him seem to bother him.
I don't like you.
Hey, don't stand in my light, okay? Well, the area's unsafe. Worker grunts his contempt. And why not? The safety lecture they told us. Armed from radiation is greatly exaggerated, so everything's hunky-dory here. No worries. For a brief but descriptive lecture on the effects of excessive radiation on the human body. Deliver that. More experience. Huh. That would explain me feeling sick lately, damn it. Those fucking grays. After this shift, I'm transferring the hell out of here, and, thanks.
Good luck.
I got a reputation with the oranges. Let's see, where am I? I'm here. Door to control room. Greta Kaufman. Do I have anyone specific I need to talk to? I don't think so. So, I'm going to assume it's her. Greta. Hi, Greta.
Our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
You see a tall, young, black wing woman. Black wing woman. Black wing is the technology wing. Not the scientist wing. The engineering wing, let's say, instead of the science wing. With cropped hair standing guard beside the out-of-order elevator, she looks you over, chewing her gum slowly. The shiny badge on her chest reads Greta Kaufman, security. Ask her where the elevator goes. About half the time it goes down, the other half it goes up. She smirks, very satisfied with herself. Okay, well, then she doesn't have what I'm looking for. Let's see if we... There's Clayton Montgomery in there. This is the control room, I think.
In case of damage,
Yeah, door to the control room. I will talk to Clayton Montgomery. Hi, Clayton. His arm badge. A dusty, disheveled man turns to you. His badge reads Clayton Montgomery, electrician. He holds a Keros operating system commands guide in his hand.
Well, hello there.
He eyes you with an expression of infinite fatigue. No, I don't know when it'll be ready. Not sure it'll happen at all. Not clear off, sir. No, if you don't mind, please leave the room. I have work to do. That's what he's talking about. I was called on my scheduled day off to repair a system which I have nothing to do with. I understand you don't care about this box. You're more interested in when Magellan's power supply will be restored, but alas, I myself am in the dark on the subject. Oh, he speaks with a strong British accent. On myself, I'm in the dark on the subject. Tell him the box is exactly what you're interested in, as it was Russo who asked you to come here. He presses his hand to his heart. My apologies. This mainframe's been giving me a lot of grief. It's supposed to distribute current from the reactor to the emulator systems. Gosh, I think I've gone Australian instead of British. It's working on a backup power source right now. Well, I can't even run the subsystems for target diagnostics. Alas, my knowledge of computers is obviously not up to the task.
See ya.
There must be a special kind of mainframe controlling the power system. The dull screen displays the following text. Emulator, project emergency mode. There is a table underneath the current power supply data. There are 2 switches behind the terminal. Step up to the terminal. You peer at the tiny lines of text. System monitoring emergency mode. Power 1 out of 20 kilowatts. Error 27 auxiliary systems are disabled. Insufficient power to start auxiliary system. Wow. Alright, pull the first lever, pull the second lever. Enter Tron to enable power saving mode. Turn on the buzzer, turn off the buzzer. Start the first converter. Turn on the system backlight. Start the cooling system. Oh good, another call. Another fraudulent call. That's 7 or 8 today. Unbelievable. They hung up this time. I'm going to move away from the terminal for a second and see if there's any useful information, say, over here in the data storage. Hello, employee. Please enter command to select an option. Update your Kara's database. Sure. System checks your handheld and displays Kara's database is up to date. No update required. Anything in these crates? Nothing. Can I talk to him again if he got any more information?
So, where were we?
You may be utterly uninterested in this gray box. However, the future of the emulator project depends on it. Dawn's future as well. I take a dim view of that future
See ya.
myself. Well, let's see if there's anything to see. Aha. Out here. I do want a maintenance elevator. Got a public terminal. Yellow line scrolling upward, the cursor flickers. Nothing.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
We got another person to talk to. Let's try them. Doug.
Come on,
Hi, Doug.
Link, calm down.
I see two oranges. One of them is sitting against a wall, looking gloomy. The other one's pacing back and forth with his hands behind his back. Looks like they're arguing.
Good day.
The red-haired guy wearing the duct tape spectacles notices you first. He doesn't have spectacles of any kind. He stops pacing and offers you his hand. Doug Preston. And that sad monkey in the corner is my friend Link Child. Idiot. Orange sitting on the floor snaps morosely. I see, at least he's got spectacles. Take a closer look at him. The uniform of these oranges is slightly different than the standard, with fancy reflective armbands with semicircular chevrons, reading Special Service Team. Ask them why they're sitting. Preston encourages you to sit down. The three of us, Link, Harold, and I, typically work together. We used to work together, the other guy says. Doug rolls his eye. Here we go again. Link's convinced something bad happened to his brother Harold. Harold entered the ventilation system to replace some fuses, and he still hasn't come back. Preston points at the ventilation. Could you, please see if you can find Harold? I'm claustrophobic, and Link, it's a long story. Ask Link why he can't look out for his brother himself. There's something in there, he responds. Doug explains Link's convinced some dangerous creature is living in the ventilation system. All right. Doug shakes your hand. Thank you, and be careful.
Goodbye.
How about we go ahead and Citizen 2. I definitely don't like that gas blowing. I feel very safe and secure in saying that I'm going to get a steam burn or something from that. Oh, it stopped for a second. Well, that's nice. I resisted. I had a 30% chance to resist it, and it looks like I resisted like 6 times. Transition to the reactor corridors. Oh, this sounds like a really good idea. The main cooling system. The main difficulty in cooling this steam is not due to temperature, but due to gigantic volumes of refrigerant in a gaseous state. That's why there's so many pipes. Tens of thousands of cubic meters of evaporated water, well, steam, move through, creating a pressure of almost a dozen atmospheres. Being here is like I'm standing near a volcano. That is somebody.
Remember, our
Some orange
honest
wing,
work will make
incredibly
the world a
steadfast and
better place.
incredibly resilient.
World a better
But I have
place.
targeting reticle on him. Scanning him, and it's Harold.
Attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will
Simple
be
lockpick.
forfeit.
Don't need the smokes. Or Sam the Salmon Fish Snacks. I'm sure the other guy killed him. We'll let him step away and...
Honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place. Attention. Please handle relics. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
I missed? Oh, he took Agilone. I missed again. Where are you, creature? Who are you, creature? He missed. He missed.
Someone touched us? Covered our place with their scent?
He hit me hard. Ow, he hits really hard, actually.
Honest work will make the world a better place.
Missing is a bad idea, me. Missed. Hit. Ow. I got off to a good start. Not going quite as good now.
Someone from the outside did it. Some
Ow.
outsider.
Ow. At least one of these better hit. Beer. He's my kind of guy, I gotta say. More duct tape. Matches. Seems like matches in a post-apocalyptic scenario might be helpful. Electrical equipment. Level up. Level 6. Dun dun dun!
Attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
That doesn't... Oh, I've got 90 points in, but that doesn't unlock. It's supposed to unlock at 90. I'm not sure what it's waiting for. Oh, apply different... Oh, okay, I get it now. I have 17 points.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better
Medicine.
place.
Science. Analytical mind. And virtuoso chemist. Influence all kinds of stuff. I have 9 points left, huh? Four points left.
Attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Our honest work will make the world a better
Start giving
place.
ourselves some more.
World a better place.
And we got a new perk. Adrenaline. Let's see. Deafness +2 in close quarters combat. Sunchild. Fortune +2 from 10 a.m. to 1800. Apparently luck is fueled by solar energy. Sturdy. Maximum hit points +3 per level, both while leveling and for those you already have. Become more robust over time. Rising star. 30 influence. Reputation in all wings. Taking advantage of your natural tendency to manipulate people from the very beginning of your tenure at Cronus, you skillfully weave a web of lies until the corporation was filled with incredible rumors about your supposed success. That just sounds great. I like that already. amplifier, plus 5 psionic damage. I'm a psionic, so that does feel good. Sounds good too. Increases the damage. Psionic damage dealt by companions. Your presence alone is enough to awaken latents. Okay. No. Psychonaut. Psyche plus 2 under the influence of psychoactive substances. Jeez, English. English hard. Have you guys noticed that? Healing factor. Restore 10 hit points per round while your health is below 50%. Works in combat only. Observant plus 3 skill points per level. Creature of the night. Precision plus 20 at night. Loner. Plus 75 learnability, minus 2 party size. I haven't had a party yet. Turtle, defense class times 3 if you choose to take cover. Badass. 15 fortitude and resilience. Heavy sleeper, all resistances plus 10% for 24 hours after sleeping in a bed. Roaring good health, 50 hit points. Hypochondriac, precision plus 20% while at full health. Chef. Invigorating teleportation. Any teleportation removes 500 fatigue. Avenger. If a companion's health reaches 0. Subconscious fury. Damage dealt after getting stunned. Battle meditation. Psionic. Damage plus 6 if you decide to take cover with 5 action points. Second wind. Resets the cooldowns of all your other abilities. Fatigue plus 300. Impossible? No, you've never said the word. Wow. There are a lot of perks. Holy crap. Gift of life. Heal 35 companions HP, but not above maximum. Save 35 points of damage. No. Ghost. Detection time plus 7 seconds at night. Opportunist. Damage against targets with any damage over time effects. Teleload. Reloading weapon does not cost AP, but inflicts fatigue. Action hero. Damage dealt plus 40% if you don't have companions. Guys work alone. Kind of like that. I'm gonna take that perk. Nothing else over here, right? Well, I saved your, I avenged your brother's death, my friend. That's the good news. The less good news would be that he's dead.
Yes?
I'll remind you the main point. Harold is late. I think he's replacing a fuse at the main board inside that ventilation system.
Good luck.
Link?
Why do you keep
Raises his head a bit.
Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will
Psionics
be
30. Tell him about the afflicted inside the vent. He obviously thinks you're an imbecile. That's some baloney. What about Harold? I found his body. Link clenches his jaw, shakes his head vigorously. Fuck! He's barely able to speak. Tears fill his eyes.
Forgot something.
Thanks for your help. Pity Harold had to end up that way.
Good luck.
Apparently it fixed those, but those things are still throwing out smoke like the fuses are. Sterile bandages. Contraptions. I suppose I can make a fuse, can I? Contraptions. Devil core? Oh, nice. Check these lockers. Maybe there's fuses in one of them. There isn't. Oh, there's the valve. Okay, well, I turned it off. I won't burn myself in the future if I have to go through again. That's a plus.
Remember, our honest work
Right,
will make
that's
the
an
world
elevator. What was the other thing?
world a better place.
Oh, we got 2 elevators? Door to control. No, over here. Oh, elevator for oranges. Main elevator. Interesting. Gas tank. Greta Kaufman. We'll see if anything changed. I doubt it. I may have to futz around with trying to push things.
Yes? See ya.
I would like to know what is downstairs then. Greta?
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully.
Ask her what she's doing there.
Of damage, your life
Well, doing my job. Maybe you should give it a try yourself instead of hanging around being a nuisance. I'm looking for fuses, Greta. Gas. Don't suppose they'll let me. Still chewing her gum, she very deliberately turns away. She wants a bribe. Alright, I'm gonna play with the. I guess I play with the. I'm gonna play with the machines, guys. Inspect the switches. Before you are 2 large levers: auxiliary system power, emulator main power. Step up to the terminal. Auxiliary power is disabled. Insufficient power to start auxiliary. Alright, well, let's start the cooling system. Terminal reports an error. The grid lacks the power.
Attention, attention. Please handle
Turn off the system backlight.
in case of damage.
Backlight goes out, giving you an additional 3 kilowatts of power. Not really necessary unless you intend to carry out large-scale repairs. And the power saving mode is enabled. Now 1 kilowatt more is being fed into the power grid. Auxiliary insufficient power to start auxiliary systems. So start the first converter. Converter reports an error as soon as you enter the command. The converter cannot be started without a working cooling system. It still lacks enough power to activate the cooling system.
Remember, our honest work will make
We're in power saving mode.
the world a better place.
2 additional kilowatts for turning off that. And can we start the cooling system? Powerful fans begin to thrum from all sides. They should blow heated air from the cooling grills
Please handle relics
of the first
carefully.
converter. The amount of available power system drops by 5
Your life will
kilowatts.
be forfeit.
Air lacks the power to start the converter. Okay, well, turn back off the cooling. Gotta be started without a working cooling system. How about the second converter? Same thing. Display gauges shutter. The grid loses 5 kilowatts, which are necessary to maintain operation of the converter. However, as soon as the converter ramps up, it immediately produces 10 kilowatts of additional power. Okay. Turn on the cooling system. Turn on the first converter. Grid loses 7 kilowatts, which are necessary to maintain operation of the converter, but that's okay. The converter itself generates as much as 20 kilowatts. Auxiliary systems are disabled. Enable auxiliary systems, which I think was the first. Well, the first lever. Indicators turn green, gauges around you shudder and come to life. A quiet, steady electric buzz fills the room. It looks like you fixed the power supply. Pull the second lever. You don't get a shock, but judging by unchanged indicators, nothing has happened, although the terminal is now properly configured. A malfunction in the grid is preventing you from supplying power to the emulator systems, probably wiring in the mechanical floors. Alright, I'm going to drop another save real quick. We are in Citizen 3. What we got in the codex? Harold Child. Yeah, sorry, Harold. Lewis Smith. Yeah, sorry, Lou. The heat is rising. Restored backup power, however, powering the emulator is still impossible. Nature of the problem suggests damaged wiring or blown fuses. Have to check the fuse boxes located on the floor below. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Noise in the vent after exploding. You found the orangers. Yeah. Okay, got rid of it. Disposed of the killer. She's gonna make me fucking bribe her, isn't she? Kaufman hesitates, but her greed overcomes her sense of duty. After counting the bills a second time, she lets you pass. One more thing, if for some reason you decide to cause trouble in there, I'll beat you up. Get me? Ooh, I normally have to pay extra for that. She menacingly taps her baton on her palm. That's sexy. Do that again, will you? Though the elevator looks neglected, apparently in regular use. A large number of dusty tracks lead from it, clearly visible on the clean floor. The elevator's control panel is dim and the doors ajar. Between the gaps in the doors, you see an emergency ladder leading down. Squeeze into the elevator and climb down the ladder. Fuse boxes. It's humming cozily. Green indicator lights blinking. Switchboard seems newer than the others. Looks like it was installed not that long ago. As you approach, you smell something burning. Distinct black markers visible at the edge of the metal cover. Fuses. I don't have fuses. Oh, there's a person over there, Justin Bradbury. Oh, a bunch of people. Vito Genovese. A skinny blue and a rumpled peaked cap greets you as you approach. His voice is devilishly quiet. You can barely make out what he's saying. His badge reads Vito Genovese. He's got a rat.
Later.
He's got a roach. He's got a rat.
Attention. Please
Azalea Blanchett. This white wing woman looks completely out of place among a gaggle of gamblers and breeders, but still, here she is. Her shiny badge says Azalea Blanchett, entomologist. A huge cockroach is perched in the enclosure at her feet as if to confirm the title on her badge. Wonder what a scientist is doing. Ask her about the cockroach. Move away. Jeffrey Gallup. A large and healthy-looking elderly man wearing a blue wing boiler suit stands out apart from the others. The badge on his jacket reads Jeffrey Gallup, technician.
Greetings.
He approaches you and offers you his hand. Jeffrey, I'm taking bets and making sure no one breaks the rules. Ask him how the races in the reactor section began. What can I tell you? It all began as a joke back in '73. The joke got out of hand, as you can see, and now this rat race is a real sport. Be not distractedly, go ahead and ask.
I hope to see you again soon.
Justin Bradbury. And he's got a rat. The orange's overalls reek of tobacco and gasoline. A greasy badge saying Justin Bradbury gleams like a bullseye in the middle of an enormous filthy stain. Despite the state of his apparel, his eyes are shining.
I'm listening.
He grabs you by the shoulder with a grip of an iron claw. I've got something to tell you. What do you want? He points at the rat running circles inside the enclosure. Bet on Rocker. He's going to win. It's a sure thing. Why is Rocker gonna win? The less you know, the better you'll sleep. So you're gonna place a bet? Don't miss your chance.
In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Reputation with the wing. Give him your most frightening look. Psyche 5. Comp bonds 20. So you'd love to bet on a winner like Rocker, but you're short on cash. I'm gonna give him my most frightening look. Expression says everything that needs to be said. He lets go of your shoulder and takes a long step back.
Will make the world a better place.
Charlie Baxter.
Better place.
A plump and ugly fellow with misaligned teeth and more bald spots on his head than hair calls you to take a look at his rat. The badge on his orange uniform reads Charlie Baxter.
What do you want?
He shakes your hand with a warm palm. Hi, I'm Charlie. Score, and my rat's name is Plunger. My advice is bet on Plunger. He's a shoo-in. I'm telling you. I almost feel bad taking these people's money. Why do you call yourself Charlie Score? He winks at you with one bleary eye. Ask my broad about that.
Goodbye.
I really hope that there was a box somewhere here with fuses. But there isn't. I think I'm going to have to check over here. After all, we came in over here. See if we can't find some fuses. Electrical equipment. That might qualify as a fuse at some point. Fiber optic cable. Fuses, please. Fuses. Matches. Weren't there were also switchboard running green. Running green, so I need fuses.
Attention.
Yes?
Please handle relics carefully. In case
Take a
of
bet.
damage, your life will
He
be
pulls a small bundle of blue cards from his pocket. Who are you betting on next?
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better
I'll
place.
bet on Cherry. Judge takes your money, gives you a scrap of blue paper that says Cherry. He points at the monochrome camera display. The races take place in a tunnel near the reactor, and we follow them on the screen. There's 4 cameras, one at the start, one at the finish, and 2 on the track. Race is set up to start, so don't take your sweet time here. He touches your elbow. We usually disappear for a while after the race. Here's the deal. Blackwing catches you. There's going to be a mountain of trouble. We make our bets, watch the race, and take our winnings and leave.
Good luck. Yes? Bye-bye.
Wait until the results. Judging by the burgeoning volume of the crowd, the race is coming to an end. You unblinkingly stare at the screen. Spectators hold their collective breath. The racers appear on the last camera's feed. Rocker runs out ahead, but the gleeful sound of the spectators is soon replaced with suspicious grumbling. Something is badly wrong with this rodent. Rocker begins to slow down, comes to an abrupt halt, takes a few uncertain steps, topples over on his side, and dies. His paws jerking in the air, still trying to finish this last race. Surprising everyone, Cherry outruns the other racers! Yes! The tiny underdog's the first across the finish line. The crowd shouts in amazement. Roar! The fairy lights illuminating the racetrack flash twice to signal the end of the race. Give me my money.
So, where were
It
we?
was a good race. The fastest animal won, as it should be. He takes your card and adjusts his glasses to squint at it. After triple checking the name against the race result, he takes a thick bundle of banknotes out of his pocket. Cherry. Now that's what I call an upset, but racing is a sport. Things happen in sports. He counts out several banknotes and gives them to you. The blue puts the rest of the money back in his pocket. Anything else? If there's something else you want, ask away. No, I don't want to make another bet. I know about that.
Bye-bye.
That's not helpful to me at all. Did I talk to everybody? Did, didn't I?
Attention. Please handle relics
Wow,
carefully.
look what the wind blew in.
In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
I knew you'd win. Yes, I did. I knew it all along, didn't I? That's my little chubby wubby. Vito lifts the rodent out of his enclosure. Its body hangs limply in his hands as if feigning death while its eyes dart fearfully in every direction. Don't touch her. Cherry spooks easily. I know she's little. But don't worry about that. Someday she's just like a bullet out of a
Later.
gun. This is the fuse box that's busted, right? I don't have any frickin' fuses. It doesn't look like there's any here. Did I miss some upstairs? Checked that. Checked that. Checked that. Squeeze into the elevator and climb up. I just need some damned fuses. Don't suppose you've got any fuses on you?
Forgot something?
You fixed the mainframe. The emulator can be re-energized now. That's so kind of you. Let me see, please. Goes to the terminal. Indicators, figures on the screen. Got the diagnostics correct. You need to visit the mechanical floor under the reactor room. It could go wrong, but there's a 99% chance that a blown fuse is to be. I can't grow myself. I have to stay and keep an eye on the figures. I'd be grateful if you took this 450 amp fuse and replaced the blown one.
I hope to see you again soon.
All right, I just didn't talk to the guy about a fuse. I guess I was just confused. Fuses. Change the fuse. To extract the melted fuse, insert a new one. The green indicator beside the fuse comes to life immediately. A quiet hum. I gotta tell you, I would have expected some sort of thermonuclear reactor would be a little bit more complicated than this. Evidently, I'm a nuclear genius. Or if you prefer, a nuclear genius. Dayton?
Now we're starting to get bored.
Show him the blown fuse. But this is either stupidity or gross negligence or malfeasance. This is a 400 amp fuse. No wonder it's blown. You work with Henrietta, then you should be the one to tell her about this find. I also strongly advise you to contact Mr. Wires, head of the Blue Wing at Magellan. I rely on you entirely. I'll talk to Wires. Waste no time.
I hope to see you again soon.
Make sure it actually got turned back on. Energize. Pull the second switch. With a wave of green, another dead lights. It's done. Another dead one lights up on the panel. It's done. Emulator is fully powered. Bloop, 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 bloop. Alright, the emulator project. Resolve the power problem. Now you must restore. I thought I just did. My story. After starting the reactor mainframe, power stored. Heat is rising. Now you have to go to the emulator project and make sure that the equipment receives enough power. Okay. Also supposed to talk to Wire, right? That was his name. So those are completed quests. I haven't failed any quests yet. End quests. My story. The emulator project. And the heat is rising. Let's see. Hall. Warehouse. Level 2 hall. A warehouse. Military. Laboratory. Medical. Residential. Level 1. Take me to the hall.
Floor level, -1. Lobby. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Kapoor. Courtney Resner.
honest work
Harry
will make the
Rockwell.
world a better place. World a better place.
Hello, employee. Could you help me, if you don't mind?
What?
Howdy.
It's Indra Kapoor. Greet him. Thank you for coming. I apologize for reaching out to you like this. There's no one else to ask since there's so few people on our level on days like this, and I can't leave my post. The fourth camera in the surveillance room is out. I've already called the technicians, but they don't seem to be in any hurry. If you could take a look, I'd be grateful. I'm in your debt. The surveillance room is
I
upstairs.
hope to see you again soon.
That the surveillance room?
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Black powder, no. Gun brush, no. Springs. Might need those. This is the security room. Courtney?
Well,
A pale, thin woman with cigarette greets you without offering her hand. You look down at her badge, Courtney Resner, surveillance. Say that you were asked to repair the surveillance system. Then you should have a look at the terminal. Looking over the surveillance system displays, you realize right away that the problem is serious. There's no signal at all from the fourth camera. Courtney hovers over you, engulfing you in the stench of old tobacco. I know that stench. This has happened before. The mainframe circuit boards burned out a couple of times. Another time the cleaner pulled out the wires. Maybe I messed something up using the program. I just pressed this and everything disappeared. She tapped the button with a long
Please
black nail.
handle
right
relics
next to the
carefully.
bottom of her gray.
In case of
Take
damage,
note of her nails.
your
Ooh,
life will be
perception.
forfeit.
Courtney's nails are definitely not regulation. They're 3 centimeters long. That's over an inch. Painted sparkling black and have almost razor-sharp tips. She hides her hand, embarrassed that you noticed her. If you don't have any more questions, please take care of the problem. I need to get back to work.
yes, you get out now.
Excuse me?
Nobody taught you that hacking someone else's computer is wrong?
I will step back out and save.
So, did you manage to fix the terminal?
Here at Citizen 4. I will even spell it correctly. More or less.
Wow. Look what the wind blew in.
You remember my request to figure out what the problem is?
Attention. Please handle
Problem's been
relics
fixed.
carefully.
You haven't, and
In
move
case of
away.
damage,
I can't log into the
your life
server
will
to
be
figure out what the
forfeit.
problem is with the camera. The guard fusses with his uniform. Sorry, I didn't foresee that. Wait, now. He pulls some floppy disks from his patch pocket and hands them to you here. This should help.
Bye-bye. So, did you manage to fix the terminal?
Access denied. Oh, I already clicked on it. Metal locker. Empty metal locker. Hello, employee. Please select a command from the following menu. Read breakage log. Breakage log. Breakage log. Let's see. 8487819. Read 1. Control panel cut out. An electromagnetic pulse of unknown origin. Consequences spiral restored within 8 minutes. During this period, a spoon disappeared from the kitchen. No visual signal from the 5th camera. Reason? Chewing gum stuck to the lens. Consequences? The Orange Wing employee responsible for this deliberate vandalism was placed on a punishment cell. 2 screens went out. Reason? Short circuit caused by coffee spilled on the control panel. Consequences? Altogether, the displays were out for 5 hours. Blackwing employee Courtney Resner issued a warning, and repair costs will be deducted from her salary. Oh, she keeps breaking.
In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Why are you bugging me?
How are the cameras? Can you fix them? Can I get back to work? I'm still working on these.
Yes, you get out now. Nobody taught you that hacking someone else's computer is wrong?
No, nobody taught me that. you want me to fix shit, I've got to log in, you daffy broad. Springs. Don't need a gun brush. Not sure why she's got a gun brush in here either. Monitors. Terminal seems functional. Software is working properly. Seems not to be a software issue at all, but a problem with the cables and mainframe itself. First monitor, entrance zone. Second monitor, elevators. Screen shows a distorted image of the space in front of the elevator. Third monitor displays an empty hall. There's no signal from the fourth monitor, just a snowstorm of static. The tag on the display suggests that the camera is trained on an outlet of the ventilation system, but why would anyone need to monitor that? Giant rats? Fifth monitor. Vending machines. One of the machines is lying on its side in obvious need of repair. Bathroom, utility room, surveillance room, where you are now located. Camera angle is strange. Turned to one side, showing a window and some posters. Alright, where's the...
So, did you manage to fix the terminal?
I'm working on it! Jeez Louise, dude. Not everything happens instantly. So, some people. Cool air flowing from the vent. So, let's see, the camera should be pointing at that. Is that like the camera lying on the floor? Looks like it. Maybe it's over here, the vent.
Come on, you darn thing. Work.
Harry Rockwell. Hey, Harry, what are you doing?
In case of damage,
Muscular orange poking around in the Vega vending machine. Hand jammed in the dispensing slot. Something clatters inside with a loud echo. The out-of-order machine must have failed to release a purchased item. Silver Wing job descriptions changed very little after the incident, but their authority, as well as responsibility, increased. Rules require administrators to oversee implementation of new committee laws in the field, to monitor staff performance, and generally stay on their toes when it comes to oranges, especially when it comes to oranges. Pass by. Alright, looking for... Those are the TVs. I've seen surveillance cameras elsewhere. Because I'm assuming that there's a problem with one of the surveillance cameras. But I'm not seeing anything.
Where's that damn manager? Why does he always disappear when he's needed most?
I don't know, Jeanette. Why does he? Maybe it's because you're a flaming jerk?
attention,
Hello again.
attention.
I haven't yet.
Have a good one.
Fixed it.
In case of damage, your line
So,
will be
did you manage to fix the terminal?
I swear to God, I'm going to punch your lights out. Stacks of documents. Nothing in there. Glue. Quick diagnosis reveals the problem is hardware related. There's 4. No signal from the stag. Camera is trained on an outlet of the ventilation system. You got anything else for me?
Why are you bugging me?
I can't connect to the server to figure out the problem with the cameras. If you can't, don't bother.
I hope we won't see you again.
Wow, she's kind of unfriendly, uncivil,
So,
unkind.
did you manage to fix the terminal?
I'm going to clocked that guy.
Our honest work will make the world a better place.
Farid Saab.
World a better place.
He gazes up at me wearily. Why are
Well?
you so sullen? Pfft, because we're orange. They never looked at us as human beings, but now we're even lower than animals.
Yes, you get out now.
Anything else in here? Janitor's gear, toilets,
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case
trash
of
bin,
damage, your life
urinals.
will be forfeit.
The words scratched above the mirror are barely readable. Smile at these bastards. Let them envy your good mood. I could swear I had seen, maybe it was outside, I'd seen surveillance cameras. So there's a hardware problem. That, that looks like a hardware problem. It looks like it's... No, I take it back. It's just a fire extinguisher. I was wrong.
Come on.
Stack of leaflets. Can't miss those.
Attention.
Welcome under the dome. I will spare you reading 2.5 pages of stuff.
Your life will be forfeit.
I am a generous god. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Let's talk with Jeanette. See if she's got anything useful to say. White, with a fretful expression, is fanning herself with a handful of documents. Damn these forms. Faster to flag down a caravaner for the reagents than wait for the clerks to approve my request. She continues grumbling, concerned whether or not anyone hears her. Jesus, sweetheart.
Remember, our honest work will make the world
Got another ventilation in there.
a better place.
I've had good luck searching flower pots in the past. Five combines.
Attention.
See?
Attention.
You see? You searching the flower pots? What do you get?
In case of damage, your life
Well,
will be
okay,
forfeit.
a handful of earth in that one, but the other one had cash. Nothing. Scissors. Nothing. 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 Stack of documents. Blue. Well, I thought he had given me diskettes.
So, did you manage to fix the terminal?
I'm gonna hit him so hard his parents are gonna feel it. What if I scan it? What do I get? Oh, that was worthwhile. Hacking. Alright, I read those. I don't remember if I checked that or not. Electrical equipment. I don't see where he would have given me the weapons, armor, ammo, food and drink, drugs, steam controls, components, quest items. We got scanner, Selectron,
Attention.
Nashville Hall key, Melville's key, Edge form, security key card, locker key, balloon fuses, national master key, national security card. No, I don't. He didn't give me any quest items.
So, did you manage to fix the terminal? Hello again.
Remind you about the quest. Head up the CCTV room, check the feed terminal. There's something amiss with the signal from the fourth camera. Yeah, I did that. I think it's mainframe malfunction. That's what processes the feed. It happens from time to time.
It was nice chatting.
I can't get it done. It's not working for me. Alright, was there a guy named Wayland or something? Oh, codex. What's in the codex?
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place.
Well, what I can do, let's
So, did you manage to fix the terminal?
go ahead and just overwrite the last. No, no. I would regret it. Something would have gone wrong. I'm supposed to talk to warehouse and parking lot, military post, laboratory, residential. Administration, I think. Wayland or Want or something like that.
Floor level -6. Administrative sector.
Saros, McDougal, Kamal, Siarak, Revelation, Door. Revelation. Oh, there's two, Milo and Alma.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place.
Make sure they're the only ones around. They're not. That's Martin Kingsley. That wasn't the name. Artemis Katsoris. See, some of the people appear, some of the people don't appear on the map. Young Pak, Antonina Razumovskaya. Gabriel Garcia. Starak. Doesn't look like what I'm looking for is here. Milo Randall. Where's? I was wrong. He is here.
Attention, attention.
138, 139. Ah, here it is. I knew it. They didn't. How can I help?
An unkept man with plump cheeks. Like me. Looks at you with displeasure. What do you need? I'm working here and you're distracting me. His blue uniform, richly decorated with chevrons, bears the name Andrew Wires. Ask what he's busy with. Business. He mutters and turns away. Show concern and ask what he would like at the moment. Honestly, I want a drink. Work is an important matter, sure, but when I get drunk, I get a lot. Also want to be not bothered. So, did you sabotage the emulator project? He angrily waves away. What do I care about your accusations? Every man and his dog here tells me that I've ruined everything. But guess what? I don't care.
Scram!
Oh, he's just a dick. Okay, well, I talked to him. I feel better having talked to him. Oh, elevator up there.
Attention, attention.
Oh, elevator. Alright, so we'll head back to emulator.
Our honest work. Floor
and see
level
if-
-1.
And see if power
Lobby.
is fixed.
A better place.
I'm where there? Up to the surface. to search. Rifles. Bah, humbug. Who needs something like a rifle when you've got psychic powers? Back to the Junktown slums. And the emulator project.
Perhaps I'll just stay here and die. Yes.
Yep. I'll definitely die here. Yeah, that's a rough break for you, Tough. I'm deeply moved by your suffering. I think. No, I'm not. I went the wrong way.
These teleglasses, they are everything we ever expected from the Dome. They are happiness and a better world.
Emulator main terminal. A lot of cables, equipment's plugged in. Looks like the OS works via the account of the project manager.
Attention.
Main menu user page. Good day, Henrietta. Enter a command. Update.
In case of
EM stat.
damage, your
Logout.
life will be forfeit.
Scan the project participant. There's a scanner protected. Scanner connected to one of the mainframe consoles. Used to examine patients who came to the emulator. Its green beam slides up and down over you. Message is blinking in the terminal monitor. Scan the project participant. Holding the scanner to your extended hand, you pointed at yourself.
Remember, our honest work
Lines
will
running
make the
across the
world a
computer
better
files,
place.
downloading personal files, downloading
World
personal
a
files,
better
uploading,
place.
analysis. Outdated employee signature, Cronus employee, final registration date, September 14th, 1976. Scanner. Green beam is moving along your body and the indicators are blinking. High level of specialized anomalous activity is registered. Megalo anomaly of the Nashville object.
Attention.
Project
Please
status
handle relics
ultra.
carefully.
Presumed role
In case of
emulator
damage,
operator.
your life will be forfeit.
Link of the screen. This is an exit scanning mode and returns to the main menu. EM stat. Run a check of the emulator systems. Familiar Kairos interface disappears. Tables rendered with pseudo-graphics replace it. System message is displayed on the monitor. Step-by-step testing of the emulator system has begun. Transcriptor, head interface, anomalous essence unit, driver, power supply unit. First line goes red. Transcriptor, error. Please contact authorized Phalanx member, Don Spencer, Hieronymus Zemeckis. Second line goes head interface error. Please contact authorized member of the church, Reverend Santiago Abbott. Third line goes red. Anomalous essence level error. Please contact an authorized picnic neutral zone.
A better place.
Fourth line goes red. Driver out of date. Please contact an authorized Carmine Heights technician, Karma Ishwani. Fifth line goes red. Power supply error. Please contact reactor room, Magellan Station. Magellan Station. Oh, I've done that one. Where's the chief? How does one get in there?
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Power grid console? See if we've got power grid. This terminal covered with dust and dirty handprints controls the emulator power system. Based on the blinking green lights, the power lines are intact and electricity is flowing from Magellan Station. Reboot the system to direct power to the emulator. You flip the switch and hear dozens of whirring multi-watt fans in the hall. Blinking, the lamps go on, filling the hallway with light. I've done it. Let's see. Okay, that one. I don't know when we're going to get done, if we're going to get done. Heat is rising. Task is complete. Is succeed. It's complete and successful. It's succeed. Turn on the emulator project. Success. Okay. Scanned yourself. Based on the data provided by the systems, you are exceptional value to the project. You may have some connection with Maelstrom. Oops. I'm sure nobody noticed that. Teleglass is standard. That is. I don't have teleglasses, okay? And that's control console for the emulator systems. I probably don't mess with that anymore. But I fixed it. I hope she'll be proud of me. I fixed it. I fixed it real good. Where is Henrietta?
Russo is comparing the readings with the data in her notebook.
Any news? We need to prepare this thing for the new trials as soon as possible.
Tell you solved the Magellan power supply problem.
Russo raises her eyebrows slightly.
Yeah? In that case, go to the terminal that manages the emulator power supply and see that all the systems are connected.
I found evidence of sabotage during the repairs on the power grid.
Russo examines the burnt fuse carefully.
I agree. This is definitely no accident. I thought Weyers was nothing but a pathetic drunk, but it turns out he's some kind of éminence grise. Or more precisely, éminence bleue, in all senses.
Henrietta drops the component in her pocket.
We don't have time for a good old-fashioned witch hunt. Do you mind if we keep this trump card up our sleeve for the time being? Eh bien, we will deal with Weyers as soon as we launch the emulator.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage,
Alright, so that's the first of the 5 things we need to do. She wanted that one done first. She didn't have any preference on the others, as far as I'm aware. Let's talk with the Reverend, who's just outside the door. Reverend, whatever he is. Preacher.
My dearly beloved people of the Dome, brothers and sisters,
Reverend Santiago.
pause and listen and think. What brought you here to this desert? Was it money, adventure, goodwill?
A giant man spreads his arms in greeting. Impenetrable black glasses hide at least half his face. The stranger smiles.
Reverend Santiago at your service. Is this about my sermon, the priceless gift of the new world? I could check you in.
He embraces you with his strong, warm arms, smiling all the while.
Russo sent me to pick up the modified teleglasses for the emulator.
Santiago's lips, still stretched in a broad smile, twitch once or twice. Although his eyes are hidden behind the glasses, you can tell he's examining you closely.
Like what you see?
The Reverend's bright smile widens.
You know, it's hard to win Henrietta's confidence. You're a special person, that's for sure. If only I knew why. Anyway, the device you're asking for is the apex of our technology. I'm not comfortable handing it over to a stranger. No offense intended, of course.
Well, it'll take you 2 minutes to walk inside and give it to her.
Let's do this. Since I want to know you better, I'll be watching out for you at our sermons. We conduct them every day at 6 p.m. on this very spot. Is that all right with you?
He extends his hand to seal the deal.
Answer that you have no choice. Refuse to shake his hand.
Santiago smiles guiltily and drapes his arm over your shoulders.
Well, well, what's up? Please don't be offended. Just come to our sermon.
It's in 5.5 hours.
My dearly beloved people of the Dome,
And it doesn't seem like...
brothers and sisters,
I guess I can...
pause and
Is there a
listen
way to advance
and
time?
think.
I'm assuming there must be.
What brought you here to this desert? Was it money, adventure, goodwill?
What else do we have?
One of us has in common. We all came here seeking the best for ourselves
Maelstrom Church promised to provide special teleglasses you met Reverend Santiago. He promised you the device if you did. It's that time again.
And we are all frustrated. This frustration seems
okay.
impossible to avoid.
Oh no. Try that again. It's 12:22 now. He said at 6 o'clock, I do believe. Walking through Junktown, you come upon a crudely built retail kiosk with the catchy title, Lottery 10 Cambons for ticket. A short, fat man with a thin, droopy mustache and bulging eyes jumps up from behind the counter. As I live and breathe, surely fate herself smiles upon you. Come play the lottery. There's a prize each and every ticket. Money and valuables, only 10 Cambons. Come on. He shakes his little metal box in your face. There's an aperture in the side of the box large enough to stick your hand through. What are the prizes? You won't believe what you can win. Money, ammo, even a motorcycle jacket. If you draw that kind of ticket, of course. Such great odds. Come on, 10 Cambons. It's almost free. Something quietly rustles inside as the lottery guy shakes the box excitedly. Note that this sounds very suspicious. Alright, let's take us to 1754. 554.
But what if the church could give you the answers you crave? These teleglasses, they are everything we ever expected from the dome. They are happiness and a better world. They are adventure. They are your
They
loved
really don't
ones
allow
and
a
dearest
finer
friends.
granularity than
Your
that.
memories. They are the future we've all lost. And these things, everything, will be yours if only you attend our sermon. The doors of the church are always open. We'll be waiting for you.
The Reverend turns to you with a smile.
It's you.
I'm ready to
Have
listen
you
to the
given any
sermon.
thoughts?
Santiago replies with a deep bow.
That's wonderful. I'll be waiting right here for you tonight.
I am here.
Santiago spreads his arms as if...
My dearly beloved people of the Dome, brothers and sisters, pause and listen and
They
think.
don't allow you any finer
What
control than
brought
that,
you
but they want you
here
to hear
to
at a
this
certain
desert?
time.
Was it money? Adventure?
I'm all ears.
You headed to the emulator office, don't bother. They rejected me, said I wasn't suitable to research subject. As a scientist, I dispute this conclusion. The incident influenced everyone, from those hiding underground to the people in the mountains. Expedition. What about those who were at the center of the dome? It's horrible for them.
Glasses. They are everything we ever expected from the Dome. They are happiness and a better world. They are adventure. They are your loved ones and dearest friends. Your memories. They are the future we all lost. And these things, everything, will be yours if only you attend.
I'm just going to talk to people random here and kill time.
Hi,
Man in a dirty blue wing overalls cheerfully hoists his empty bottle when he sees you drawing near. Hey, buddy pal. Can you believe it? I fed Russo a story about having all these symptoms and she actually bought it. What an idiot. Blue goes to take a sip from his bottle, but to his disappointment discovers it's already been drained. He examines his bottle with a look of befuddlement for a moment. Rocking on his heels, then laboriously shifts his gaze to you. I'm thinking about what to spend my 100 Cambons on. Looks like fun. First item my item is clear. He again checks the bottle to see if it's empty and then throws it away.
come back again.
But what if the church could give you the answers you crave? These
3.5 more
teleglasses,
minutes.
they are everything we ever expected from the Dome. They are happiness and a better world. They are adventure. They are your loved ones and dearest friends. Your memories. They are the future we've all...
Santiago spreads his arms as if
See
to
you, please,
give you a
every day
hearty...
6 p.m.
My dearly beloved people of the Dome, Brothers and sisters,
I can't believe
pause
they don't have
and
finer
listen
granularity
and
on
think.
that time control. Than
What
20
brought you
minutes.
here to this desert?
That's
Was it money,
unpleasant.
adventure, goodwill? One thing every one of us has in common. We all came here seeking the best for ourselves and the world. And we are all frustrated. This frustration seems impossible to avoid. But what if the church could give you the answers you crave?
I'd like to give you the answers. Right. Bleeding melon. Hacking software. Add to the belt hacking software crap.
These teleglasses, they are everything we ever expected from the dome. They are happiness and a
Another
better
2 minutes.
world.
Sorry,
They
guys.
are adventure.
2.5
They are your
minutes.
loved ones and dearest friends. Your memories. They are
may be
the
something
future
I'm
we
missing
all lost.
in
And
game
these
controls,
things,
but-
everything, will be yours if only you attend our sermon. The doors of the church are always open. We'll be waiting for you. My dearly beloved people of the Dome, brothers and sisters, pause and listen and think. What brought
I
you
think time
here
stops.
to this desert? Was it
If I go to the
money,
map, it's currently 03.
adventure, goodwill? One
It
thing
does.
every
All right, I
one
have
of
to
us
stay
has
here.
in common. We all came here
All right,
seeking
2
the
more
best
minutes.
for
Just
ourselves
sit here for 2
and the
minutes.
world. And
Pardon
we
me,
are
I'm
all
finger in my nose. Never mind, it's
frustrated.
not a big deal.
This frustration seems impossible to avoid. But what if the church could give you the answers you crave? These teleglasses, they are everything we ever expected from the dome. They are happiness and a better world. They are adventure. They are your loved ones and dearest friends. Your memories. They are the future we all lost. And these things, everything, will be yours if only you attend our sermon. The doors of the church are always open. We'll be waiting for you. My dearly beloved people of the Dome, brothers and sisters, pause and listen and think. What brought you here to this desert? Was it money, adventure, goodwill? One thing every one of us has in
Hot
common.
chicks.
We all came here seeking the best for ourselves and the world.
Hookers
and we
and
are
blackjack?
all frustrated. This frustration seems impossible to avoid. But what if the church could give you the answers
getting
you
close.
crave? These teleglasses, they are everything we ever expected from the dome. They are happiness and a better world. They are adventure. They are your loved ones and dearest friends. Your memories. They are the future we've all lost.
All right.
And these things,
Yeah.
everything, will be yours if only you attend our sermon. The doors of the church are always open.
Almost there.
We'll be waiting for you.
6 p.m. 6 seconds.
My dearly beloved people of the Dome, brothers and sisters, pause and listen and think. What brought you here to this desert?
People start gathering around the makeshift stage. Judging by their clothes, some of them came from the city, but most are locals. A handful brought their own glasses, but the majority has none. Apparently, they'll be hearing the sermon for the first time. Santiago is contentedly pacing the length of the stage, wearing his usual grin.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. I do ask that you please forgive the delay. Once my assistants arrive with the equipment for any of you who've come without, we shall begin. Ah, here they are.
I
Lights shimmer behind the sewage gate. Some people with torches appear to drag a large wooden box up on the stage. Someone pries open the lid. Teleglasses are laid in rows in the box. The assistants begin to pass them out to the crowd.
Silverwing. Compare them with standard Silverwing glasses.
You take the glasses off and turn them over in your hands. They're strongly reminiscent of Super Color Navigator, a manufacturer well known to everyone in Silverwing. The resemblance is superficial, though. While the administrator glasses have a small display inside, these are equipped with something much more complicated. Santiago claps his hands.
Ah, this will be a wonderful night. Dear guests, please take a couple of steps back from the stage and put on your glasses.
Do not put them on.
Noticing your confusion, one of the novitiates approaches. Deep wrinkles make him seem old, but closer up you can see his face is actually young. Put your glasses on, please. Don't embarrass Santiago, he says in a scratchy voice. You place the device on your head. Nothing's happened yet. The world around you is unchanged, except for the slightly purple tint. You look around. Everyone is hastily donning their teleglasses. The spotlights around the stage go dark, and the rippling screens turn off one by one. Vague, bright flashes fly past you in the gathering purple dusk, and you hear the sounds of the seashore.
Where I'm selling seashells.
Waves are rolling in over a strip of pebbles onto fine, white sand. Looking more closely, you see the water is sparkling light blue, rose, and white. The waves are filled with light, although it doesn't resemble sunlight. Casting your head back, you look up at a peacefully blazing blue disk high in the sky. Someone takes you by the hand. A pretty woman is smiling kindly at you. Her face a shimmering white. I am Sister Maria. Come with me. You walk along the shore together. The sea washing up at your feet recalls memories, though it's hard to say whether they represent things that actually happened. Did you go looking for little crabs? Did you build a castle from a handful of wet sand that formed walls and towers by itself? The sunglasses you just picked up from the surf, did you ever really find them on a beach? Maria gives your fingers a playful squeeze. We could stay here forever. It doesn't matter where you were before. Here, you can build and live the life you want.
What's the catch?
The woman stops to kick up sand with her bare foot. Must there be a catch? The world we're sharing right now is unreal. But what is real nowadays? Apart from a civilization dying in the desert, this place, it's alive and more real than you think.
Ask about physical needs. Well, I still need to eat, drink, return to reality from
The
time to time.
church gathers people to find solutions together. Stay with us, and you'll see how much we've achieved. But you'll have to come to the second sermon for that. The woman is holding you by the shoulders. The sand on her hands sparkles with minuscule neon lights.
Say nothing. Walk beside her.
The soft roll of the waves brings peace. You walk contentedly alongside Maria. The sky overhead reminds you of a blue-rose abyss. Massive glowing streams rise from the gleaming horizon like flames
this is
in
all
slow
reality.
motion. Your companion slows down a bit. We're almost there. You'll see something soon. She takes a step into the ocean, dragging you after her. The water splashes with each step, but doesn't slow you down at all. The dark blue dome above grows ever larger and lighter, as if you were strolling right into the heavens, your feet never leaving the sea. When the opening above your head has vanished completely, you see an enormous arch lost in the boundless sky. A distant land, dotted with seas, roofs this world. The lights of settlements on this sky continent shimmer through gleaming clouds. Maria turns to you. We'll stop here. That faraway world can be yours.
It's a
The
trap.
church is willing to give it to each of us. All we need to do is take a step forward. I will be waiting here for your return. Before you have a chance to respond, the space around you begins to fall apart. Everything decays into a grid of glowing lines which rapidly blink off, one by one. You rip the glasses off your head. Water's sloshing in your boots and the ground around your feet is wet. A novitiate standing by the stage is holding a fire hose. He closes the nozzle and drags it away. Then the lanterns all come on again, illuminating the stage where Santiago's standing, arms thrown up.
Thank you for coming, everyone. Maria and I will be waiting for you at our next sermon. My dearly beloved people of the Dome, brothers and sisters, pause and listen and think. What?
Seeing you, Santiago's smile broadens.
How did you like the sermon? It was well worth your time, right?
Say that this was disgusting and whoever put on this sectarian shit show deserves death. Not yet. I'll save that. First of all, I come from Henrietta Russo. She needs teleglasses.
The Reverend continues to smile, but his eyes are moving behind the black glasses. Santiago is examining you closely. He pulls a massive pair of teleglasses wrapped in wires from his pocket.
I watched you during the sermon. I'm not surprised that Henrietta chose you. Her instinct for people with potential has always amazed me.
Santiago hands you the device.
Here, say hello to Henrietta for me. My dearly beloved people of the Dome, brothers and sisters, pause and listen and think. What brought you here?
He is so trustworthy, don't you think? Henrietta Russo. Here's the teleglasses.
Russo is comparing the readings with the data in her notebook.
Any news? We need to prepare this thing for the new trials as soon as possible.
Here's the modified teleglasses.
The white sets the device on the table.
Here's something funny. I gave the latest version of these to our engineers. They took it apart and told me the technology can't be replicated at this point. The circuit board customizations are completely foreign to them. We have no idea what makes them tick. That means we'll need to perform our sun dance for the abbot, round and round.
She adds. Russo squints at you skeptically.
Don't you remember? Without diving into the details, we're building a new version of the emulator. Ideally, it would be enough to visit the parties involved and collect everything we need. Spencer, the transcriptor. Karma, the drivers. Santiago, the teleglasses. Melville, the anomalous essence. And before we put it all together and run it, we need to make sure the power cable from Magellan doesn't burn out like last time. All these tasks are recorded in your...
The teleglasses have been delivered. All right. Karma in the emulator project office, so she should be here. Karma should be in this building. But she may be hard to find. She can blend in with anything. She's quite the Karma chameleon. At least she used to be. It comes and goes.
Our honest work will make the world a better place. World a
Bastion,
better
Karma.
place.
Nope, that's Sebastian. Here we go. Karma Ishwani. Ishtwani.
A plumpish woman in a white coat is sitting at a table surrounded by screens. Her fingers fly rapidly over the keyboard, the sharp click of the keys like distant gunfire. As you approach, the clicking of the keyboard stops, and the white raises her eyes to study you. She doesn't seem angry or irritated, but her glance is so cold, it gives you chills.
So cold, I'm giving you chills right now.
Without a word, she returns to her work, as if you didn't exist.
Introduce yourself and tell her you'll be working together on the emulator team.
The keyboard noises stop.
Kama Ishtwani. Nice to meet you.
She says indifferently. The white offers you her hand, but retracts it the moment your fingers touch. Hers are cold as her dead eyes.
Well, that's not creepy.
The keys begin their interminable. The clicking stops, and Ishtwani grabs your sleeve.
I will ask you a few questions and then you are free to go.
She looks at your badge, apparently recognizing your name and rank.
Are you connected to other project participants somehow? Any intimate relationships? Friendship? Family?
There's no
Karma
connection.
nods slowly without shifting her piercing gaze.
Is that the exact and entire truth?
Ishtwani's grip slackens slightly, but her fingers are still wrapped around your wrist like a handcuff.
She digs me.
What were your goals in joining the project?
She asks.
I am responding to Russo's request.
In Ishtwani's icy eyes, you see she is absolutely determined that you're lying.
You simply responded to the request. That was a highly doubtful answer.
The white releases your hand.
I appreciate your answers. You may leave. You're distracting me from my work.
I need drivers for the emulator.
Still silent, Karma returns to her computer and resumes tapping away on the keyboard.
Repeat the question.
The absence of an answer is itself an answer, meaning either no or that I am still thinking about it.
Ishtwani speaks through clenched
smack
teeth.
her?
She does not pause in her typing. She steps away from the table and crosses her arms to rest her hands on their opposite shoulders.
You pressuring me won't make the driver appear any sooner, but you can contribute to the common cause. Are you ready to hear how? Then listen. I won't repeat myself.
She's a charmer.
Ishtwani plucks the kairos from your pocket without asking and begins clicking away.
I'm uploading the coordinates of the science and engineering team camp. Maelstrom activity in that area is relatively high, but it is still safe. 4 scientists are taking readings on that activity and using the data to build an updated driver.
I've got it. Unpleasant individual. Karma. Emulator won't launch without new version of the drivers. Karma Ishtwani, ambassador of Carmen Heights, knows where to get them. You must go to the camp at the Maelstrom border.
Attention.
Meet with research
Attention.
team and copy the
Please
driver to
handle
a floppy
relics
disk.
carefully. In case of damage,
I remember floppy disks.
forfeit.
I've used 8-inch floppy disks. I've used paper tape. Not punch cards, punched paper tape. That's how old I am. Well, let's head back out and take a look at the map. Pardon me. I can talk and yawn at the same time. I am skilled in many ways. Oh, all the way there. Well, I have to go to the picnic neutral zone as well for something. Always there. promos for the driver. Don Spencer is at the Junktown Marketplace, so he's here. River Santiago, got that. Locals at the picnic, neutral for the anomalous essence. And I think I'm going to call it here for the evening.
And think. What
Pardon
brought
me.
you here to this desert? Was it money?
Excuse me. God damn, sorry. But I think I'm going to call it here for the evening. I hope you guys had a little bit of fun, some amusement value. I think the game's pretty good. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to play it on stream or not, but it is a good game. I don't regret the $13 I spent on it. So I should be back tomorrow at my usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing. Might be more of this. Might be something else entirely. Who knows with me? My mind is like a coconut with a BB tossed in. The BB is my brain, and the coconut is my skull. So I should be back tomorrow, usual time, playing more video games. I hope you had some fun tonight. I hope the rest of your Thursday night goes great. I hope your Friday is over quickly and you can get into a glorious weekend. I'll be back tomorrow. See you soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care and ciao. Night, guys.